If there's one place to actually see our county's history, it's at the Hot Spring County Museum in Malvern. We're here today with Miss Virginia Carden. She's the director of the Hot Spring County Museum. Tell us, first of all, about this house, Miss Carden.
Okay, this picture of Mr. and Mrs. Jacob Boyle came here in the 1800s and bought the house to live in and raise 9 children there. And we moved it across the street in 1979, 80 to 81. Took a couple of years for us to set it up as a museum, and that's kind of how we got started here, buying this house from the bank gave it to us. This is what was called a parlor in the early years. We call it the living room now, and we have the items given to us for various families of the county. An old piano, piece of furniture that used to be a piano. Evidently the keys went bad and they made a nice desk from the old piano. The piano here was original to the house. When it was on the other side of the street, the girls, the Boyle family, took their piano lessons on this piano. And the settee here was in the Boyle house as well. And they left it with us when they gave us the house, when the bank gave the house to us.
Now there's a history behind this table right here.
Okay, when the Bank of Malvern built their new building up on Ash and Page, they bought new furniture for their building and gave us their boardroom table. And this is where we sit and do our work here at this table when we're on the job here. There's 6 chairs, and you'll notice that each one of them are different. And they told us that when a board member went off of the board, they could carry their chair with them. So that's why these chairs are different. They could not always match the chairs to the original chair. So you'll notice that all of them are different. This begins the section of the military items here, starting with the Civil War era period. And then we go to the World War I section. And on back to the back here, we have items from the CCC camps of the early years of Roosevelt's administration. And on into the military room. Here's the World War I items here, the suits worn by the soldiers at that period, and the Second World War. And one of the ladies that works with us here, her husband was a helicopter pilot, and they brought us this authentic suit that he used during Vietnam War. This lady that you see in this group of pictures was from Bernardale, Arkansas, in our county, and she was the lady chosen for the posters during World War II to invite women to join the service. Her name is Ava Lee McCoy. And then we have a negligee. You might wonder why that would be in a military room, but Mr. Weaver brought it back in the form of a parachute. It's a Japanese parachute made of pure silk.
How interesting.
And he gave it to his girlfriend, and she had the negligee made from the Japanese parachute. The pictures you see on the wall are some of the young men and women who went to the war in World War II, and some in World War I. That's our wall of honor. We still accept pictures for this wall.
Okay, where are we going now?
We're going to the communication room where we have a display of phones, telephone.
Oh, look at this.
And we also have a switchboard here from the early 1800s there.
And where did all this come from?
These all came from Rick Norwood and his collection. Rick worked for the telephone company for many years, and a few years ago he gave us all of our collection of phones and phone-related items here.
Look at all this. Wow. Wow, look at all those telephones. And this was all his collection then, right?
Yes.
And what about your cameras down here?
These are cameras that have been brought into us by different resident people from the Hot Spring County. All the different styles. Nowadays you take a picture with your telephone, but back in the day here we had different type of cameras that people used to picture their families and friends and neighbors. Put that up to your ear. Put that to your ear.
That's really cool. Does it
Rick-
work? So it works?
Yeah, Rick fixed that for us so it'd show the children, you know, that's never seen phones before, so they can hear what a phone sounds like.
Right. So where are we going here now?
Well, this is the kitchen area. This is the original kitchen to the house. And the table is original to the house. It has 3 leaves to it that makes the table large enough for a 10-member family. And of course we can't spread it that wide in the kitchen here, but this was a large table that the Boyle family ate at.
Well, I know this is a quick tour we
Yeah.
took, but I want to thank you so much for taking the time to show us around here, because I think this is really someplace people need to see.
Yes, they do. They do. This is an awesome museum. We get a lot of visitors here through the year, and we're glad to have you today.
Well,
Appreciate
thank you. You've done a great job.
Thank you.
If you're interested in history from Hot Spring County, you owe it to yourself to stop by the Hot Spring County Museum on 3rd Street right next to the library. I'm Tony Warner for Hot Spring County, Now and Then.